Good morning, Year 1, and today we're moving swiftly on to our second lesson of Holy Week. Now, only 5 days have passed from Palm Sunday to Maundy Thursday, and Maundy Thursday is the day of the Passover feast, the day of the Last Supper. Now, we've studied this before when we were doing holy times and meals, but we're going to revisit it because today you've got a very special task that I want you to have a go at doing. Okay, so moving on. Now again, grown-ups, there are a couple of videos to support this. If you want to watch them first, that's fine. And your child will recognise some of this because we have done it before in class, but we've got a different focus today. So, the Last Supper, and this is based on Luke chapter 22, verses 19 to 20. The day before he died, Jesus and his friends went to Jerusalem to celebrate a special meal together. While they were at table, Jesus took some bread and blessed it, broke it, and shared it amongst his friends. He said, "Take and eat it. This is my body given for you. Do this in memory of me." Jesus' friends took the bread and ate it, thinking about Jesus and knowing how much he loved them. They did not quite understand what he meant, but they began to think about it. Later, Jesus took a cup of wine. He blessed this too and gave it to them. He said, "Take and drink. This is my blood shed for you." Jesus' friends drank from the cup, wondering what Jesus meant, but glad they were with him. After they finished supper, Jesus and his friends went to a garden. Jesus was afraid and he prayed to his Father. And then soldiers came along and arrested him. So, first question. And as usual, grown-ups, if you pause the video to give your child a chance to answer them. First question is, why do you think this was called the Last Supper? Brilliant, Year 1. It was because it was the last meal that Jesus and his disciples shared together. Now, what did Jesus do and say? That's right, he did two things. He broke bread and said, "Take and eat. This is my body given for you. Do this in memory of me." And he did the same with the wine. He blessed this and said, "Take and drink. This is my blood shed for you." Next question. What food and drink did Jesus and his friends share? Now this can be a bit tricky, but they shared bread and wine. So well done. It's only after Jesus blessed it that it became his blood and his body. And what did Jesus ask the people to do? Brilliant, that's right. He asked us to do this in memory of me. And when we go to church on Saturdays and Sundays, the priest takes on the role of Jesus, and we all take on the role of the disciples, and we take bread and wine, which is given for us by Jesus. Okay, so are you ready for today's challenge? I'm sure you're going to do brilliantly with this. You've got two choices. Now, one we've already done in class, but I'm sure some of you might want to do it again. First one is, imagine that you're one of Jesus' disciples who witnesses the Last Supper, what happens to Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. So either produce a comic strip showing what happens, which is what we've done before in class, or write a diary from the point of view of one of the disciples. Try to think about how you feel during the Last Supper, how excited you probably felt, and how you feel when Jesus is arrested. And remember, this is the part of the story where Peter, who was Jesus' closest friend and disciple, actually says he didn't know Jesus at all because he was so afraid. So if you can send photos of either a piece of work, that would be lovely. So it's over to you now. Have a great day.